things with this character, like definitely at the forefront of the Corrin meta. You can say the same about WaDi. These are maybe the forgotten, in air quotes, DLC characters. They're not Cloud or, you know, Bayonetta dominating the meta in that kind of sense. Corrin does have some weaknesses. He's a little slower than the other swordsmen. Mewtwo has some weaknesses, incredibly light, but you see how strong their neutral is when these two are putting on a show.
Yeah, most certainly. Okay, gets the quick pin and then gets the kick on top of that. This is just a really bad spot for WaDi to be in. Final Destination can be looked at as a good stage for Mewtwo in certain aspects of the match, but more times than not, the fact that there are no platforms and the fact that it is so hard for Mewtwo to land really makes the task at hand that much more difficult to try to run away with. That should be enough to do it. Beautiful stuff there to Cosmos, sending WaDi into the Cosmos as he's down to his final stock here.
And this is a big lead opened up for Cosmos. He's playing so hot at the moment, trying to take out the ultimate life form here. But this is WaDi's answer back. Gonna get a quick little string. Not gonna try to overextend, I don't believe. But letting Corrin back onto the stage is not what you want. You want to not let Corrin land at all if possible.
Now back at home, we call those low percent combos from Mewtwo. We call it Mew-Fu, like jab, down tilt, nair. You know, to reset the combo. It's very synonymous to what we see Luigi's do, you know, to the opponents at times, man. Luigi Kung Fu, you have been met with your match. It's called Mew-Fu.
And Mewtwo's so quick on the ground. You're able to use that Mew-Fu to just stop Corrin from touching the ground until just this very moment. And that forward air Shadow Claw, also very excellent. Get off me, tool.
Most certainly, man. Playing the floor is lava here. Cosmos, like you said, struggling to land here, but does find his way back on, but finds himself eating a forward air, a Shadow Claw, courtesy of WaDi. Things looking really good right now. Crowd starting to wake up a bit more. Oh my goodness, good reverse. Gets the forward throw.
Oh, but this is a good string coming back. These low to mid% combos from Corrin can lead to so much, and that is the bite, my friend. Down goes Mewtwo in this game one.
Cosmos' gameplay has a lot of bark to it, but best believe, Lord Sturm, there is bite to that bark. Beautiful stuff there by Cosmos as he closes out game number one. WaDi out of his seat, man. Definitely trying to keep himself collected as we try to figure out where we're going for the next game.
Both these characters are just so strong and just able to get those insane reads. Just, if you air dodge in this exact spot, the reward for me for reading that is ridiculously high. Agreed. And that is a game one lead here.
And I think you get even more brownie points for catching a Mewtwo air dodge, because that in itself is like pretty difficult to do. I mean, it's not like up there with the Bayonetta air dodge, but it's pretty difficult.
Oh yeah, especially because Mewtwo is so quick at moving around and he just glides all over the place. Very fast air dodge. Not at all surprising to see a player like Cosmos has that labbed out, though.
Most certainly.
Speaking of players from the Wi-Fi region, that is Cosmos in a nutshell. Always doing really well with the Nairo Naifu sub-tourneys.
And I love the short hop neutral air that WaDi implements into his playstyle. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the short hop neutral air turns certain characters backwards. And so with that being said, that's something that, you know, the opponent's definitely going to have to stay on the up and up about. They're going to take a ton of damage here.
Yeah, it's just a really sneaky move. It's easy to throw out if someone's shielding. Characters like the disjoints of Corrin can match it if you're not too careful. So WaDi going to use it conservatively and then use that down tilt when he thinks the disjoints are going to come out. Another read opportunity there, but able to pull the trigger back. Not actually too much of a punish coming out from WaDi.
Here we go. There's a down tilt. Oh, then try to do something a little sneaky there. Catch the air dodge with the backer. But like I talked about before, it's so hard to pinpoint where Mewtwo's going once he air dodges. You know, like that second and a half of like time there that you can't really see where he's at makes like a ton of difference here.
Definitely, but now WaDi's got the stage. Oh, I didn't think that. I thought that was definitely going to poke Cosmos' shield. He threw that up so high. I thought if he didn't shield, or if like it was just low enough though to poke out on Corrin's head, but instead this up air going to land. 2% difference between the two, but WaDi's been off stage for quite some time right now.
He has, and he is real struggling to get his feet back onto the ground. Cosmos right now being relentless, not letting him back up off the ledge for free. There's the jab right into down, or excuse me, not down till up till. And that was actually smart. You know, I think Cosmos was waiting for the grab that time, but he was out of percent for jab grab. Good mix up there by WaDi as he closes out Cosmos' first stock.
Yeah, excellent mix-up and able to finish it off with the up air in center stage, just abusing the fact that Corrin doesn't have too much mobility in the air. You're able to juggle her for a long time, and then these juggles continue. Chasing! What a great combo from WaDi, and now the boot is on the other foot, Rod, but breaking out! Wow, what a great option!
And only 69% on board right now. Cosmos definitely has a lot of ground to make up here. WaDi's still looking virtually comfortable, but for how much longer? Cosmos smells blood, man, and he's getting hungry.
All right, Cosmo's backing off, though. Just going to retreat to the ledge, buy a little bit of time, but this command grab coming through. Going to put in some good damage right now.
Okay. Looking to start up a combo there with the jab. Oh, makes a pizza on that, man. Oh, that's going to actually do it. Good stuff there by WaDi.
Taking him down with the up smash, sliding through to center stage. Such a quick, explosive kill option, and there wasn't too much risk behind it because WaDi was so low on percent. You're just going to eat a quick little 10-15% if you missed. And the reward is you win the game. Again, just managing risk-reward. Very smart from both players so far.
Most certainly. I wonder what the implementation of the whale is. Maybe it's something for good luck. I got to ask Cosmos, because like that is just really throwing me off. But in a good way, though.
Maybe it's just really cozy to sit in that chair and lean on the whale.
That is also true. All right, but let's see what we get here. Move right into this next game on Town and City here. WaDi right now looking virtually unstoppable, man. But Cosmos, though, like we talked about, coming into this match with a lot of hunger himself. Boom, gets the kick, big damage, but the Nair giving himself coverage as WaDi tries to land back on stage.
That was a really smart way to land with that Nair because it just lasts so long. It cancels by the time you reach the ground. Look at how very little end lag that Nair has. Able to use it to fend off Cosmos at the moment. All right, breaking down is WaDi, but these juggles, now they're going to turn around. Here comes the Mewtwo.
Something that Corrin might not be used to, you know, a character that is physically a lot longer than he or she is. And so with that being said, I think WaDi's taking full advantage of that, gets the up tilt, no up smash that time, just puts a little bit more damage on board. We are on Town and City, but the blast zones aren't that helpful to you, at least not at these percents.
Yeah, we're going to be about... Well, you say it, and then that pin almost took out Mewtwo, but Mewtwo is now in kill range, and that up air won't do it yet either. That move was nerfed in a patch. It used to have actually quite a bit more knockback. But now it still just has a reasonable
that was knockback. So unfortunate, yes. He wanted to actually go for confusion onto the top platform, but he ended up falling through it. Boom, re-grab situation. Tipper pin takes him out.
Cosmo's so good at punishing the re-grab situation, like you were saying, and Corrin's kit is very well equipped for it. That pin explosive probably would have killed Mewtwo like 30% earlier.
Yeah, most certainly. Mewtwo definitely not the heaviest. I don't know what Mewtwo is. The heaviest, strongest Pokemon in the world, I guess. I don't know.
He's quite heavy in the Pokedex, but he's not heavy in Smash. Yes. And apparently neither is Corrin, flying over to the left with that Shadow Ball.
Most certainly, those Shadow Balls coming out super duper heavy. Okay. Okay, Mewtwo has Spirit Fingers right now. You know what that means. He has a Shadow Ball in his pocket and ends up tossing it out.
Uses it to just buy a little bit of time, put on a little bit more pressure, but that pivot grab slipping and sliding across Town and City. Now it's Cosmo's turn. This is a blow-for-blow match so far, but right now Cosmo's getting the upper hand on the second stock of Game 3.
Agree. You know, I don't mind the blow-for-blow type of play style, but you have got to know yourself and know your character. You cannot keep trading with Cosmos.
He's going to find it. Listen to this crowd. They are so loud. This is a Midwest crowd that wants their boy Cosmos to keep going on in this bracket. But, of course, the MDVA cheering squad, quite literally, you see those pom-poms.
Yes, most certainly.
Are always going to show up.
You know, no matter how big the crowd is, no matter the adversity that WaDi faces, you bet your bottom dollar that you're going to find a wild senpai in the front row cheering for her man. You know, rivaling the actual volume that the crowd is bringing with volume of her own.
And it looks like the stage is a run back here. Gonna be sticking with Town and City for Game 4. WaDi is gonna win here or he's out.
Okay. And
then he has to win one more match. If Cosmo can take this game, he'll be moving along, and he does not want to end his bracket run just yet.
No, most certainly does not. Okay.
Both these players have top 8 on the mind and nothing less.
Oh, wow, catches the roll that time. Something that a lot of Mewtwo's get a little comfortable doing. You know, they actually roll a little bit too much, and it puts them in a really bad position. Oh, wow.
That counter was an adaptation. We saw WaDi landing with the Nairs and fast falling it. That counter went up there in the double jump height might have been enough to kill.
Yeah, and I actually forgot Corrin could even do that. You definitely got to stay woke about your opponent there. Oh, my God, there's another pin. WaDi sent Flying Man definitely on life support here, but still has quite a bit of fight left in him here. There's the spike for good measure. Gets some feet back onto the ground and then even tosses out the Shadow Ball. Things looking really good right now for WaDi.
Oh, but Cosmo's going to sneak back, throw out the down smash space pretty well. Forward smash in retaliation. WaDi's angry, but you can't take that.
In the world was that, Lord Stern? Beautiful play right there for my man Cosmos. 95% on the board. WaDi looking virtually shook by that. He's like, wow, that actually just happened.
We call that the he would never do that in a million years mix-up. And he did it in a million years, and it worked.
We
Cosmos going up.
those.
We definitely do.
Okay,
but WaDi in complete control of the stage at the moment.
Yes, and despite that very strong play, man, only 10% has been put onto WaDi, so it's not like Cosmos is doing a solid job at, you know, extending this lead here.
Cosmos getting a quick little string, going to continue the pressure at the moment, but that dare does have a strong hitbox, even if you don't get the spike, and going flying is Corrin. This is WaDi's bracket life on life support.
There it is, man. Boom, gets the drag down there, down to second nair in a row. A little off the mark there with the forwarder, but finds access to another nair. Cosmos having none of it.
And then don't get hit. Ooh, WaDi's life flashed before his eyes, and now he's reeling at the moment. He's got to come back down, get another big string. We know it's possible for him.
Narrowly escaping the bite. Like we talked about, adaptation at its finest here. Both of these two players here coming down to the nitty-gritty of the match here. This one's for all the meat and potatoes, depending on who wins here.
Breaking through the neutral air, though, going to get this grab, following up, jumping up, no. Okay, WaDi going to take his time coming down. He gets that free time, basically, to have a Shadow Ball charge. Always important to have that in his kit. And
had that one scouted out 10 years ago. I think he was expecting him to possibly try to go up there for a forwarder that time. Not a good position to be in at all, as it probably would have been power shielded, and then he would have been back thrown into the abyss.
WaDi not going to re-grab, but the roll's caught. Great DI going to the very far top left corner. And that is a 2 count here for WaDi. He is staying alive, but for how much longer?
Yeah, that is the real question, Sturm. You know, it has been certainly a day of DI here. And the crowd comes alive, but unfortunately, WaDi lives no more. Cosmos advances as he pops off with him and his whale.
What an excellent 3-1 victory here for Cosmos, and he rolls up his controller. You see the size of relief. WaDi, a very formidable opponent, ranked number 12 in the PGR, but Cosmos has his sights set higher today.
Oh, wow. And then we got some tweets coming up. I knew that we were going to get those here, courtesy of UR. Cosmos got a whale. You already know it. Hashtag come to Frostbite, man. It's just a tournament full of just animals, you know. There's people dressed up as animals. There's people dressed up as a bear. And then, you know, of course, the crowd has turned into a complete animal as we almost transition ourselves into top 8. We got a few more matches underway, but we got to make sure we get through this part of bracket.
And we almost have our top 8 set today.